Hello, welcome to Bradley's Maths. This is the second of three videos supporting worksheet 1.6 using a calculator from my number for GCSE series of worksheets, which are available on my website www.bradleysmaths.co.uk. To get the most out of this video, you need to have the calculator you will be using during your examination. This should be a standard scientific calculator with fraction and time calculation keys. Programmable calculators are not allowed in the examination, and therefore I do not recommend you use one during your GCSE studies. Today, or in this video, we're going to look at time calculations. Your calculator has a time function key, which makes calculating with time very easy. But beware, it cannot handle days. It only handles hours, minutes, and seconds. The time calculator function key looks like a triple symbol of, let me just get rid of all these yellow dots on here, triple symbol of a degree symbol, a single apostrophe and a double apostrophe. And you can find it on your keyboard around about here. There it is. That's the one. That's the time calculation key. And this here changes time to decimals and decimals into time. Okay, so that's the time calculation key you will use the most. This you may use a little bit, and I'll show you how to use it in a few minutes. Okay, so we're going to start working through this by having an example. It's quite a long example, but I'm sure you'll be able to follow it. So Heather left home to go to work at 07:50. Her journey took 40 minutes. Can I just point out 40 minutes is 0 hours and 40 minutes. Including breaks, she was at work for 8 hours and 30 minutes. Her journey home took 1 hour and 10 minutes. A, what time did she get home? And B, how long was she away from home? If you were going to do this by a pencil and paper method, you would write down 7 hours 50 minutes, 0 hours 40 minutes, 8 hours and 30 minutes, 1 hour and 10 minutes, and you would write them as a sum with all the hours under each other and all the minutes under each other, and then you would add them up, not forgetting to carry any 60 minutes over into 1 hour, and you would come up with your answer. Your calculator can do all of this for you. Okay, the way we do it is we use the time key, and here's the time key again, just to remind you, that's where it is. We are going to be pressing that, I think, 8 times during this calculation. Just like in the previous video to this, I'm going to use yellow highlight dots to show you the key presses. Get your calculator ready and get ready to come along with me. I'll go through it fairly slowly so that you can get the time to press your keys and find them. So she left home to go to work at 07:50. We don't have to put the 0 in, but I'm going to because it's there in the question, so I'll put it in the answer as well. We don't use any brackets for this. We just do 0, 7, time, 5, 0, time. That's 07:50 answered. Now we're adding units of time, so we press plus. 40 minutes, as I said, is 0 hours and 40 minutes. So we have to press 0 first. It is vitally important. If you forget this, you've got your answer wrong by quite a long way. So 0, time, 40, time, that's 40 minutes added, plus 8 hours and 30 minutes that she was at work. So this is 8 time 30 time. That's the 8 hours and 30 minutes added. And finally, we have plus 1 hour and 10 minutes. So this is 1 time 10 time, and there we go. And now we press equals. Okay, if you followed along with me, you will find that you have this 18, a sort of a square symbol, 10, another sort of a floating square symbol, 0. That's what you should have if you've been following along. And this means 18, 10. Okay, 18 hours, 10 minutes. It's a time, so we write it as 18 colon 10, not 18.10, it's 18 colon 10. And here's our answer. There we go, 1810. You don't need any AM, you don't need any PM. This, oops, didn't mean to move everything there. This here, 0750, is indicative that we are working in the 24-hour clock. If it's 24-hour clock in the question, then we use 24-hour clock in the answer. If this had said 7:50 AM, we would have to subtract 12 hours from this and get 6:10 PM. Okay, so part B, how long was she away from home? Now, let me first get rid of all these yellow dots because we don't need those on there anymore now. How long was she away from home? If you have still got 1810 up on your display, all you have to do is do minus 7 hours, so 7 time 50 minutes equals, and that will give you the answer 1020. Okay, so this will give you 10 square, 20 square, 0, and this means, in this case, this is an amount of time, not an actual time in the day. It is an amount of time. It is 10 hours and 20 minutes. Okay. If you have not got your 1810 up, if you didn't have your 1810 up, if you'd cancelled it out, the calculator will still remember the last answer that you had. So this time you do answer minus 7 time 50 time, which again will give you this. If you had not only cancelled your calculator out, but you'd done another calculation, so you didn't have your 1810 in there at all, what you would have to do then is put the 1810 in first, so it's 18 time 10 time minus 7 time 50 time equals, and again you will come up with precisely this. and that would be your answer. And if I now reveal this, you can see there's your answer, 10 hours and 20 minutes. Now, I'm going to do a bit of erasing here. Let's get rid of all those. And I'm going to take out all of this, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a second calculation, or a second question. A flight from London Heathrow to Dubai took 7 hours and 40 minutes. The total distance is 4,422 miles. What was the average speed of the aircraft? Correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, this is a speed, distance, time calculation, and we haven't done speed, distance, time yet, but you might well have done it in physics. I'm going to tell you that speed equals distance divided by time. Oops. Speed equals distance divided by time. Our distance is 4,422 miles and our time is 7 hours and 40 minutes. So our speed equals 4,422 divided by 7 hours and 40 minutes. If we didn't have the time function on the calculator, we would have to change 7 hours and 40 minutes into a decimals of hours. So it'd be 7 point something hours. In fact, it'd be 7 and 2/3 hours, 7.6 recurring hours. Okay, but we have a time function, so we don't need to do that. Okay, let's go back to our question then. We have 4,422. This is what we answer first. 4,000, sorry, I wanted these, didn't I? 4,422 divided by 7 times 40 time equals. Now this time we get something that looks a little bit nonsensical. It looks like this. 576. Then the little square thing. 46. Then the little square thing. 57.3. That's what we have. Now, in the context of our question, given that this is hours and this is minutes, in the context of our question, this doesn't make any sense at all. But what we do is we press this key, the SD key, and it will change all of this into a decimal. And the decimal it changes it into is 576.7826087. And there it is. And then we say, the question says it has to be correct to 3 significant figures. So the third significant figure is 6. We look at the fourth significant figure, which is this one. If this is a 5, a 6, 7, 8, or 9, we increase the third significant figure by 1 and we get 577 miles per hour to 3SF, 3 significant figures. And that is how, excuse me, that is how we do time calculations on our calculator. So that's it for this video. In the next video I will give you some practice questions. Thank you for watching. Please give me a like and subscribe. Please remember that new videos are being added almost every day. And please also visit my website, www.bradleysmaths.co.uk, if you would like to see the worksheets. Bye.